Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. NHK reports that U.S. President Donald Trump indicated on Tuesday to the New York Post that discussions between the United States and Iran could resume over the next 2 days. These potential talks are anticipated to occur in Pakistan, with negotiators reportedly preparing for another round before the current ceasefire concludes next week. Trump confirmed he would not participate, and the U.S. representation remains undisclosed. This development follows previous negotiations where the U.S. proposed a 20-year suspension of Iran's nuclear activities, met by Iran's counteroffer of up to 5 years. Simultaneously, the U.S. is intensifying pressure through a naval blockade on Iranian ports, with the U.S. Central Command reporting that no ships passed in the first 24 hours and 6 merchant vessels were turned back. The blockade involves over 10,000 service members, more than a dozen warships, and over 100 aircraft. Al Jazeera reports that Israeli and Lebanese officials engaged in rare direct negotiations in Washington, D.C., marking their first such talks since 1983. The meeting, hosted by U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, occurred on Tuesday amid the ongoing U.S.-Israel war on Iran and a fragile ceasefire. Lebanon's ambassador, Nada Hamadeh Moawad, described the discussions as constructive, while Israeli Ambassador Yikiel Leiter called it a wonderful exchange, noting a mutual desire to remove Hezbollah from Lebanon. However, their priorities differed sharply. Israel insisted on disarming Hezbollah, rejecting a ceasefire discussion with Lebanon, which in turn called for an end to the conflict and humanitarian relief. Despite positive remarks, US officials acknowledged the deep historical complexities. The talks coincided with intensified fighting in southern Lebanon, with Hezbollah claiming multiple attacks on northern Israel, highlighting the challenges ahead for a lasting. CTV News reports that the Heiltsuk Nation has sent a delegation to London to lobby for compensation nearly a decade after a 2016 fuel spill off British Columbia's central coast. Heiltsuk elected Chief Marilyn Slett addressed the International Maritime Organization, a United Nations body overseeing shipping, detailing the cultural losses suffered by her community. The 2016 sinking of the American tugboat Nathan E. Stewart near Athlone Island spilled over 110,000 liters of diesel, polluting 1,500 acres of territory. These sites remain closed, preventing traditional harvesting and the sharing of ancestral knowledge with younger generations. The Heiltsuks seek regulatory changes to hold the shipping industry financially accountable for such cultural impacts. They have also met with Transport Canada to resolve compensation for the Nathan E. Stewart incident. According to the Canadian press, Energy Secretary Wright caused a stir recently when he made an apparent flub, declaring that the country looks like we're going in the wrong direction. These remarks were made on Tuesday during a groundbreaking ceremony in Brooklyn for the Northeast Supply Enhancement Pipeline, a project he was otherwise praising as a boost for American jobs and lower costs under President Donald Trump's administration. The Energy Department subsequently omitted the wrong direction comment from its official excerpts of Wright's speech. This incident follows another recent gaffe a month prior, where Wright's staff posted and later removed a video falsely claiming the U.S. Navy had assisted an oil tanker through the Strait of Hormuz. The natural gas pipeline project, which will transport gas from Pennsylvania to New York City and Long Island, had previously faced environmental opposition but was pushed forward by the Trump administration. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.